Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get this shit straight. Damon Dash, Charlemagne, and the motherfucking Breakfast Club. Let's get into it. I've been waiting on this one, but I had to wait and go back and watch that whole segment of the Breakfast Club with Damon Dash on it. Now, my disclaimer is I don't really like the Breakfast Club. I don't really like Charlemagne. Definitely don't like DJ fucking Envy. And Just Hilarious is just there because. I guess they gotta meet the status. Quote, whatever. Whatever you call it. Cause she just taking up space. Anyway, like the Breakfast Club. Now, the only other one that I did watch partially or part of the way through was when he was on that boy's ass. That streamer that was calling Castanet mom all out of her name. I can't even think the young man's name now, and I did a commentary on it. But that lets you know how irrelevant he is to me. I watched that video with Dame Dash on it. And I watched it all the way through. And if I tell you that I laughed my motherfucking ass off when Dame got on Charlemagne motherfucking ass, the shit was hilarious. It was hilarious. The motherfucking Dame is hilarious without even being hilarious. But here's the tea. Number one, Charlemagne, they do stuff for content. It's not about content. It's about likes and fucking views. So regardless of what they hear, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, they're gonna run with the narrative. So they get paid. We all know that. Dame knows that. That's why he went in there so calm, cool, and collected this time. He tried not to blow a gasket because he know that they're just getting their information off of social media just like everybody else. It's just like the old school tabloids, the Inquirer magazine and all that stuff, the Sun and all that. You can't believe half the shit that they put in the magazines. And Charlamagne know that. They some smart cookies. They are very smart. Uh, Speaking of cookies, like Dame say, he act a little sassy. I always have. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But for a person to go on the internet and pull up some gossip and then spread it around to the rest of the world, that's a big influence. And that was one of the points that Dame was trying to drive home the whole entire time. You have a large platform, sir, Charlemagne and DJ Envy and Jess and whomever that other girl was. That let you know I don't watch that stuff. Y'all have a large platform. And for you to get on there with misinformation is diabolical because people are listening to that and they run with it. Because you got some slow people in the back that either don't know how to read or can't comprehend, even if they did want to go research it. So they're going to run with the narrative. And they're going to side on the bigger influencer, pretty much, just to say they in a clique. But for you to get on that platform, y'all to get on that platform with a lot of the misinformation that you spread, it's diabolical. And you, Charlemagne even asked Dame why do he always find himself trying to defend something when somebody asks about him or ask a question about him. In a way, I don't blame him. I wouldn't want nobody spreading lies around on me either. But on the other hand, I learned from my attorney that you can definitely take actions on somebody who lie on you. You if somebody says something about you, it's okay. It's cool. But if they lie on you, then you have grounds to take them to court. You have grounds for cease and desist. And anything other than that, you will find yourself trying to explain the world away. And you still gonna have about 50% of them people that's gonna be against you. So Dame was basically trying to tell them, hey, y'all got a large platform. Why don't you try spreading um positivity? How about that? Try spreading something positive. Or try to spread something educational or even fun. Why spread lies? Because you can definitely get sued for that. You can definitely get sued for that. So, long story short is Dame supposedly filed bankruptcy. Well, he said he did. Dame, they read or heard somewhere that Dame was broke. I do not know the full story behind Damon Dash, Aaliyah, Jay-Z, and this whole Rockefeller thing. But one thing I do know is Dame Dash seems to be an intelligent man. It seems to me Dame Dash has some intelligent counsel slash attorneys. Dame Dash filed a bankruptcy to the fact where he's not considered broke. That's not always how they work. Just because you file bankruptcy does not make you broke, does not mean that you're broke. That's not what that means. It just means that you're trying to get out of debt. You're trying to come from under that debt. But guess who's been doing that for centuries? Guess who created that? We didn't. They do it all the time. And even Charlemagne said how many times Trump have went bankruptcy. But he's still a billionaire. So why can't Dame Dash still be a millionaire? Just because he went bankruptcy. You sound just like Dame said. The Count Dumbula. And yeah, it seems like y'all were doing a lot of that for laughs and shits and giggles. But that man was very serious. Because you're spreading gossip about something that you have no clue about. Now here's the thing. He said that Charlemagne don't know no better. Because he been getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going to clock in at a radio station. And he said he felt sorry for her. Because he ain't seen nothing beyond that. Now, here's the dilemma. Why speak on something that you don't know about before asking those questions or reaching out to Damon asking those questions or even going to consult with an attorney yourself to find out how that works? Why didn't you do your due diligence and research that? And most of that stuff is public information. You can go on websites, Secretary of State, different websites, and find out all the information that you want to find out. But how can you speak on something that you don't know about? You're talking about bankruptcy equals broke. And that's not always the case. That's just like me saying that I'm gonna be a podcaster, DJ on a DJ on the Breakfast Club, and I don't know shit about being a DJ, or just talking about stuff about being talk about DJing and don't know nothing about DJing and ain't never been a DJ. Put it like that. So how in the hell can you get up here and hold a civilized conversation, which you did not do, with a man who has touched millions on top of millions, and you don't even know what the fuck filing bankruptcy means? Make it make sense. So how in the hell can you speak on millionaire status and you ain't never fucking been one? He told you just right, Charlemagne, what to do with yourself. And that shit was funny as fuck.